Welcome to episode
20?
19.
Is it?
19.
19.
Episode 19. Today, as is usual at the moment, we will start with your anagram.
Okay.
Which
I think you should check that it's on when you hold it to the computer.
All right.
Hold it to the computer? The phone. Phone to the computer.
It's on.
Right.
But this gives me a brilliant time to show the anagram to the camera and actually look at what... I think people will be able to read that.
Okay. Apart from me.
Yeah, I'll read it out to you. Drips, worn, weird,
Well, that's
nonce.
That's going to be Andrew Windsor, isn't it?
Drips, worn, weird, nonce.
Drips worn. That's Prince. Prince Andrew Windsor.
I forgot to show the camera. Is he right? Unfortunately, yes. It is Prince Andrew Windsor.
Yeah.
But it had to be really this week.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
it?
definitely.
I just like the fact I found an anagram that said weird nonce in it.
It's good,
and
isn't
worn. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of things we knew and didn't say. It's like the second Savile.
So it's much more of a visual thing, but I've seen on Facebook.
I reckon you have.
Yeah, I've seen on Facebook a picture of Andrew Windsor, as I think we should call him from now on, Andrew Windsor, Mr. Windsor.
I've got a friend called Andrew Windsor.
Have you really? He's going to hate
probably
it.
seems much worse right now.
He's going to hate it. He's going to hate it. So Andrew, the other Andrew Windsor, basically stood hiding behind a chimney.
Right.
And they said, "What's the musical?" Fiddler on the Roof.
I like it. Well, again, mine started with that as well, right? So it's like this is a big thing, isn't it? This what's happening with the Epstein things.
Huge.
You know, it's like that Virginia Giffure's memoir is about to drop.
I think it's supposed to be today.
Today it's supposed to be. I couldn't find any up to date news on it.
I couldn't. I just saw.
But it seems to be a known fact that more things, from what I could gather, the royal family, the palace, whatever you call that, the monarchy, is getting ready for the fact that more weird shit is going to come out.
Yeah.
Add in the fact that the idiot, no longer Prince Andrew, took
Well,
a Chinese spy to a meal at the Windsor Castle or something. I mean, that's another dick move, isn't it? I wonder who he was fucking to be forced to do that.
Oh, yeah.
There is a lot of speculation about that, and I don't know if it's a fact yet or not. But today there are pictures with Meghan Markle and him like hugging. Nothing wrong with that, and there's probably media tabloids like implying more to that than just a normal family. Who knows?
Maybe he fucked her when she was 17.
No one knows.
Right.
I didn't, by all accounts, like them older than that.
No.
But there's a lot coming out.
Yeah.
And this book, it's got a lot about a lot of people.
What I found quite interesting is that he's chosen now. So he has said that he's no longer the Duke of York.
Yeah,
But
they knew the minute she died, basically, the suicide that everybody that had it to do with the Epstein situation has had a suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
The thing
But so the minute that happened, it triggered someone to publish this book. So everyone involved has known for ages that today is happening out of their hands. They fucked it.
But the thing that confuses me a little bit is, didn't he just pay her millions of pounds?
Well, yeah, I mean that's
so to not speak about it,
which she hasn't done,
but
because this is triggered on her death.
But
so this, if she was alive,
yeah.
if they hadn't suicided her,
right,
wouldn't come out.
Right.
This was a safe. She'd organised this. Let's go. Fuck it. If you're going to kill me, they might as well know. Bosh.
Right.
So,
okay.
So
has she got any dependents? They can ask for their money back.
But they can't. I don't think you get that option.
Right.
Also, it's not broken in NDA because she's dead.
Right.
So no, don't do anything wrong except for the fucking twats in this book.
Right.
They've done a lot wrong. They shouldn't be allowed to.
I mean, this is all assuming that it's true, of course. I mean, bear in mind.
We all know it's true.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. We just can't understand why it got covered up for so long. Well, we can.
Yeah.
Everybody in it has a lot of money and power, or everybody else in it would still be alive. They wouldn't suicide. You know.
Do we think that Andrew Windsor might be another potential to?
I've always thought the reason that he has been the main leak is that you can't kill a British royal. It's not an accessible person to murder.
Right.
Whereas anyone in America seems to be easy, fair game.
Right.
I mean, you think of all the suicides that definitely aren't in America, who are shutting up people to do with child fucking fiddling, which is a massive, massive, huge ring out there that everybody is well aware of. Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, well, they are massive by now, but, but that's for abuse. It's not the same. Harvey Weinstein. It goes fucking endless out there.
Yeah.
So the sooner something actually happens, the better. You know. Or they do what Iraq has done, and they just change the legal age of marriage from 18 to 9, and then no one's killed fiddling.
Well, yeah.
And that actually happened. So here you go. Some bits I've found about it, Rare.
Right.
The palace has reached a tipping point about all this, is what I found. History's knocking again. And to reiterate the point you made, so Prince Andrew has paid millions for doing nothing, and Maxwell is in prison for trafficking no one for nobody. JP Morgan settled hundreds of $1 millions for facilitating nothing for no one. And the terabytes of video AG Bundy said they have are all legal acts of nothing committed by no one.
Yeah.
That's not a joke, it's like actually just summing up the facts.
Yeah.
So he's now referred to, as you well put out, the Andrew formerly known as Prince. Somebody says, who's clearly American, this guy called Mark Sullivan I found on Twitter, he says, probably historic, but in reality, who really gives a fuck? England is arresting people for retweeting a meme, and this pedo gives up his title. Seems a little misguided. I got this right. Prince Andrew, this is the most common one floating about. Prince Andrew is a sweaty nonce. That's just a statement rather than a joke, but it happens to be funny as well. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 12 million quid. He gave it to someone he never met for something he never did. And as you pointed out, Fergie, she actually got in her divorce 3 million.
Right.
So she probably knows a few secrets too, but it seems like the other person knew 4 times the grot.
Right.
12 million's a big buy.
Yeah, is 3 million that huge considering his actual wealth and the fact that they were married and had children together?
No, it's not a lot.
3 million that
I don't know I don't know much about it.
No.
But I do know that 12 million is a lot more.
That is a lot more.
If nothing happened. No one has come and gifted me 12 million quid for knowing nothing and doing nothing.
No, nor are they likely to.
No, they're not going to.
No.
I don't leave my house. So they're unlikely to find me. So I found another thing, yeah?
This was still on Andrew Windsor.
Have you got more for that?
No, that's...
I found a headline, 5 get salmonella after eating pies.
It sounds like a new Enid Blyton.
It's another lacklustre effort from Enid Blyton.
She was a bit of a racist by all accounts.
I think everybody was back then.
Yeah.
Because they weren't racist. That's just how the times were.
Agatha Christie, also quite racist.
Because it's the time. That time. It's like it's racist now.
Yeah.
Loads of things from history are wrong today, but then they were normal. That was whatever it was. You know, you used to be able to just chop somebody in half if they got on your tits. I mean, okay, in North London that's the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's loads of places where it isn't.
Yeah.
So you can't pick on the past from today's perspective.
No, I totally agree with
that. Because the past was relevant at the time.
Have I mentioned before, and it is relevant, about the beano and the cover of the cover of the beano?
You haven't, but for the record, or the people, Stuart is an avid beano collector.
A beano, for our international viewers, is a British comic that's been running for nearly 90 years now.
Stuart has all of them. He's a proper collector.
It's strange, I know.
It is weird.
The first cover...
So this anagram is also for Stuart.
No, it's not. The front cover... The front cover of Beano was depicted with basically some kind of half black man, half monkey creature, which stood to the left of the logo, which kind of looks more man than monkey, but it's kind of a hybrid, and the character's called Peanut. And it was never discussed what he was at the time, but
because to kids aren't racist, they don't know.
Yeah, and that was just basically
it's just a picture.
Now every so often with each anniversary you'll get like a reprint of the first edition, but in recent years, over the last 10 years, they've removed this figure and just spread the logo across. Now I think that's wrong, because you're erasing history. It's no longer faithful to to the first issue. And I think that...
So what is the issue? Is it it's another issue today? Or is it a reissue of the old one?
They reissue the first edition.
Oh, right. Without...
reprint,
okay.
But they've taken off Peanut, the character
Yeah,
Peanut.
so I mean, I think the fact that we think that... I mean, it's...
Yeah.
The world is in a weird place right now.
But isn't it better for a child to go, what's that character on the front? And the parent can say, well, it's the depiction, blah, blah, but times have changed, but this is how people used to think. Surely that's
also,
more accurate for history.
The context is everything there, isn't it? So for all we know, some of these pictures were the world of then trying to educate people in a better, fairer and more equal way. But we've chosen to see them. However, someone has at one point ranted about them.
I'll be honest. There are other characters in those early beanos that I'm not allowed to give the name of the character.
Oh right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be relevant.
Very naughty word.
Right.
But one of the characters.
Okay.
So I don't think
I was giving too many benefits. I was trying to show balance.
No, I mean
where balance was not due.
No balance. Definitely wasn't seen as black people being equal at all.
Right.
Not at all.
I mean, we have seen times change dramatically in our only 15 years each on this planet.
I know. I've just had a hard paper round.
Yeah, I have had hard paper.
You've had a harder one.
Some of the time it was.
Okay, so I have found...
Well, hang on, because you've got a challenge coming up now.
I've got a challenge of God. Right, okay.
Place names.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the only watched last week might be familiar with this, but Stuart has 3 names of places in England.
Yeah, and I've said
one of them is real. And Stuart has to guess which one it is.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to read them all out. You can't guess till they all get to the end.
Yeah.
The first one, Arsehole Square. Arsehole Square.
Is that spelt as you would...
Just like arsehole. Yeah. English arsehole. Arsehole.
Yeah.
The second one is Fanny Hands. Fanny Hands.
Hands as in hands.
Hands, yeah. Fanny as in minge and hands as in hands.
Yep, okay.
The third one is Helmet Hempstead.
Right.
Helmet, tip of dick, Helmstead.
Yeah. I'm going with Fanny Hands.
You think Fanny Hands is a real place?
I think Fanny Hands is a real place.
You're right. Fanny
2 out of 2.
Is a real place, yeah.
2 out of 2.
I don't think you get that.
I think...
Helmet Hempstead, it's pretty made up.
Yeah, but Hemel Hempstead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's quite funny.
No, Fanny Hands. And I reckon that probably... Because Fanny never used to be a name for female genitalia. It used to be...
A person or
a person. So it's probably to do
like
with...
Fanny Craddock's.
Yeah. It's probably... It's probably to do with somebody called Fanny, I would imagine, and she had lovely hands.
Yeah, but I didn't know the place called Hands, like Close or Crescent or whatever. So I didn't think you'd get it. I thought, but calling it Arsehole Square, it's the only one that sounds real.
Arsehole Square?
Yeah.
No.
Because it's a square is at least a square, whereas Hands isn't a place, and Hempstead is definitely called Hemel, not Helmet.
Yeah. No,
Before you move on to your one,
right.
I've got a mouse. This is a poem about a mouse.
Yeah.
I know a small mouse called Keith, who circumcised boys with his teeth. It wasn't for leisure or sexual pleasure, but to get to the cheese underneath.
That's good.
Yeah.
On a similar subject to that,
that led on to that from Helmet.
This has led on very, very well to my next subject, which Bonnie Blue isn't getting it all her own way,
which makes an unusual change.
Yeah.
One thing she is good at is getting it.
Right. So. Not to be outdone, some of the gays on OnlyFans are doing their own version of this, which I'm a little bit concerned about, to be perfectly honest. So, the name of this person who's going to be doing it is an OnlyFans person called... Where's it gone?
Fanny Hands.
No, yeah, it wouldn't be that, would it?
No.
I will get there in a second. I can't find his bloody name. Right, Drake Von, OnlyFans star
like a porn name.
Drake Von, has announced plans to film a sexual challenge involving 1,000 men following Bonnie Blue's own record-breaking claims. But there is a difference with this one.
Now, well, he's a bloke for one.
Well, the other difference is that he's not basically going to be fucked by 1,000 men. He's going to fuck 1,000 men.
All right.
But I'm not entirely sure.
How do you quantify the fuck? Because I think for Bonnie Blue's being fucked by 1,000 men,
yeah,
they all had to come.
Right.
So I think for a fella to come 1,000 times,
it's
either going to be a really long video, or he's not going to do it.
But I've got other concerns about this. So with Bonnie Blue, she's got 1,000 men who can put a Johnny on their old chaps. Have them ready.
No doubt there's helpers doing it.
Yeah, but if it's 1,000 bottoms and it's one top, one person doing the shagging, is he replacing the condom each time? Is he using a condom?
Also, how much? I mean, without too graphic, but how many thrusts count as a fuck in that instance?
I don't know.
That's going to really matter. Because if you're just going to pop it in and put it out, does that count? I mean,
they have said
if I went to bed with a woman, put it in, pulled it out. All right, a lot of blokes don't last that long, but say you pulled it out, that wouldn't count. They'd be like, really?
Well,
I'm not coming back for that.
They've said that if it's full sex and going by the average recovery time versus the average finishing time, they reckon that it would only theoretically allow for about 48 encounters in a day.
I think you have to finish, or it's not a fuck. It's a fuck. He's going to fuck 1,000 men.
Yeah, the refractory period lasting between 5 and 15 minutes after ejaculation. But just think.
I bet he's going to be on loads of gear and loads of Viagras and a million ripped to the tits on drink and drugs.
I mean, I'm just a bit worried about the amount of VD that's going to be floating. That he's going to be.
Well, I think the best thing in that instance, I wouldn't get in the queue if I was you.
I'm certainly not.
No, I'm not getting in the queue.
No. But yeah, I suppose it's just publicity. It's probably not.
Well, we all know his name. Whereas a minute ago, I didn't have any idea who he was.
Yeah,
and I was happier that way.
And now probably about 93 people more will know that.
If this is as popular as last week. If they watched to that point, which they probably won't.
Yeah.
Now, another big...
I will follow this and I will update you.
Oh, good.
With how this goes.
Well, we can look forward to that, can't we?
Oh God.
Now, another thing that's big at the moment, this digital ID.
Drake. Oh, so say what? Drake from?
Well, 1,000 people are hoping not, aren't they?
Yeah, I would think so. Yes.
Digital ID.
Yeah.
How up to scratch on that are you?
Not a lot.
Do you want to be brought up to speed on some elements?
Originally, from what I gather, it was just to get a job.
Yeah, it's not.
And now it's everything.
It's far deeper than you think. And they've been protesting this in London.
Back to Drake from again.
Fucking hell. I preferred it when we were talking about Bonnie Blue.
Carry on.
So there's connections, right? Which, and again, once we're signed into this, we're done. We're fucked for it.
Right.
And there's loads of nutters out there, conspiracy theorists. However, there's a lot of truth in a lot of it, in that it's tying in. So, I mean, we don't need it. We get a job. We've already got national insurance.
Driving licence,
passport. Yeah, we don't need anything else for ourselves.
No.
We know who we are. And those things, you pay tax on the back of your national insurance. If it doesn't work, you'd get pulled into HR and told to fuck off anyway and you had a job because you don't exist.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So we don't need it. So it's not for us. It's for them. And it ties in many different ways. For example, you can now, and carbon footprint, right? Your carbon footprint is going to be controlled.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Now, we're too old to really understand what that is.
I'm
going to give you some more info of how, because I found out today that eventually, or soon, I don't know, it's going to be basically you have an allowance.
Right.
When you've used it up, because your digital ID knows everything.
Right.
You just be boom, shut. You won't be allowed anything else.
I don't like the sound of that
well,
at all.
it's worse than you think. It's already in people's banking apps show the carbon footprint of your spending for the month.
Right.
So that's the way they're going to find it. And that's all connected to your digital ID, which is an overall computer says yes or no to everything. Because they've got access to your phone. So your phone tells them where you are, and the other thing, blah, blah. It's full monitoring. 100% of the time, everything, every penny you've got, where it goes. Even a sandwich now in the garage shows what the carbon footprint of that sandwich is worth. So if you go and stop for petrol and buy a sandwich...
Or if you pay with cash.
Well, then it might fall apart. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So if you have cash, then you can be outside the matrix.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're in with it. Which is quite dark. Because they can just say, no, you had too much carbon.
They're already on the way there anyway.
Because, here's another thing, right? Where's that picture gone? Well,
yeah, I had that earlier as well.
Yeah, right. This is a picture of CO2 emissions in billion tonnes. Right, can anyone see that? No one can see that. The light is too short. Anyway, basically, it's a big graph that there's England and Germany dribbling on the bottom like fuck all. Then there's China going whack right at the top.
And basically...
Like we are less than... We're not 1 billion tonnes at all. Nor is Germany. And China's 12 billion. So everything we're doing is a complete fucking waste of time.
Until they get there, actually. And of course, America's going backwards with it, aren't they?
No, but only Europe cares. Only Europe's doing anything.
Right.
Which is pointless. Because Europe doesn't make anything. So the only thing that creates a carbon footprint in Europe is you going to work and back.
Right.
We don't make anything. It's making that makes the carbon. So it's the most futile thing. What we should be doing is controlling the amount of the footprint of the, I don't know, China ships to us. Otherwise it's fucking pointless.
One thing that I find quite interesting is that for years they've been talking about ID cards and stuff like that, and it's always been dismissed. And suddenly we get the joker in that we've got now, and we're doing this, and it's happening.
It's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Mike Yeadon, former vice president of Pfizer, implores you to reject digital ID, central bank, digital currencies, and UN Agenda 2030. He says by 2030 you will not be able to leave the country, you will not own private transport, and you will have a digital ID to do everything. You will only have electronic money with you can transact. And he said, I would say at that point you're a slave, is how he says it. You've got no control. And because you can see them coming, you should say no. Say no right now, right?
Well, we can say no all we like, but what difference is it going to make?
Keep getting cash out of the cash point. And don't get paid in cash, fuck off all bank transfers.
Yeah.
Right. So checked with Grok, which is Twitter's AI. Dr. Yeadon's warning highlight real policy trends like CBDC pilots in over 100 countries and digital ID pushes in the EU and elsewhere, often linked to UN SDGs for inclusion. Agenda 2030 doesn't explicitly mandate slavery-like controls. No bans on private transport or travel are codified, but its goals could enable surveillance if centralised poorly. Outcomes depend on implementation, decentralisation, tech, and private pushback can prevent dystopia. Reject mandates, embrace voluntary innovation. Strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where we're going. That isn't funny at all, but it is relevant. And he goes, digital ID should be a requirement for all government employees. This is what some bloke said. Then the public is receiving transparency and we can watch them experience it first and see how they like it.
Yeah.
You know, that's all the MPs have got it. We can see if they can still go to Turkey for new teeth.
I find it, for
example.
I find it quite interesting as well that, I mean, these things they implement are bound to affect them as well, surely.
But they don't care.
Well, why would they not care? Why would it not affect them?
Well, they could probably put it to their expenses or something like that. They put these extra housing.
They can now, but I mean, the life of a politician, as a politician, can be quite short. They only have to pay the wrong tax on their second or third homes.
At that point, once you're in the boys' club, you're in the boys' club, aren't you?
You think?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, look, Tony Blair. I mean, A, I was surprised he's still alive. B, he's getting all kinds of jobs he's got no real right to get. Trump wanted to put him in Israel. Now, okay, we managed to get rid of the fucking idiot, so we're doing well. But what quantifies him as that? He was a prime minister, 20 years ago? Was there even a mobile phone back then? Also, he's got more hair now than he had then. Less likeable character, less charisma. But here this book goes, only a fool could be happy to show a pass for things you could already do without a pass. Meanwhile, a man in Croydon attempted to throw acid at people because he wanted to steal their mopeds.
Right.
In 90 minutes, he tried to throw acid on 6 different passers-by, I presume, so he could steal their mopeds. But all he actually managed to do is pour it on himself.
That's quite good. That's like that bloke that ended up drowning in the Thames, isn't it? That did an acid attack and then fell into the Thames afterwards.
The emergency services were called to help him.
Right.
Should they have helped him?
No, probably not.
It's
I wonder
one
if
of
he
those.
had an ID card.
Well, if he did, he hadn't used his carbon footprint up.
No. He has now. I saw a post about somebody being arrested. I've got to find it now. Hang on a second. Menu. No, where is it? Oh, this is rubbish.
Oh, I missed a whole bit of mine.
Menu. Now. There we go. Oh, do you want to do that now?
I can if you want.
Go on.
Have you heard about this? Mount Everest, right? A random fact I've got here. Horses get farted on more than any other animal. I suppose that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah, of course.
No one else is being
given.
There's
always going to be
somebody
who... You can imagine most horse riders being a bit farty, can't you?
Yeah.
From a cheap thing.
So, but back to that. So the point I was going to make on that digital IT, it was like they were protesting for it because everyone's projecting the tyranny.
Yeah.
And someone said on Twitter, this guy called Ryan said, right, at Grok, estimate the number of people who were at this protest. And then afterwards, estimate it as if you were Tommy Robinson.
Right.
Different numbers.
Yeah, of course.
You know. And somebody else has said they're protesting the wrong thing. They're supposed to be protesting the King of America. Have you heard about that?
Is that Trump?
Well, I think so, yeah.
Right.
So basically, there was a massive protest in America because they didn't want a monarchy.
Right. They haven't got a monarchy.
They don't have a monarchy.
Right.
Yeah. So 7 million Americans turned out to peacefully protest against the monarchy. It was the biggest protest the country has ever seen, apparently. And despite the GOP's best efforts to sow hatred and chaos, they stood in peace and unity. That is apparently what real patriotism looks like. Protesting a monarchy in a country that hasn't been part of one for nearly 250 years.
I wonder what state these people were from that did this. I would imagine there are certain states that are sort of, like...
Because, all over.
More likely.
People are getting... there's a lot of unrest in all the countries because everyone hates their leaders right now. For example, an effigy of Keir Starmer has been erected outside his house today. It's the sign reads, "My pronouns are liar, traitor, wanker."
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's quite good, isn't it? Now, back here, there's another thing that I'd found. Have you found yours yet? Or?
Yep, it's here.
All right, you go.
Okay, so it's a news story. I'm just going to read it out. A County Durham teenager has been found guilty of outraging public decency by carrying out a sex act on himself involving a rocking horse and a branch from a tree in a public children's play area. Callum Green, now 19, appeared at Teesside Magistrate Court for trial today after pleading not guilty to the common law charge of outraging public decency. I wonder why he pled not guilty. I wonder, did he say, it wasn't indecent?
Yeah, maybe his trousers were up.
Green carried out the act in, it's quite funny, it looked like Bum Valley actually, it's Burn Valley. Burn Valley Gardens in Hartlepool on the morning of October the 19th, 2024. So he's had a year to think about his misdemeanours here.
We'll get the last bits of those things out of the way before he goes down for some time.
Getting the broken twigs out.
Hopefully that didn't take a year. Depends on the kind of tree.
The court heard how he behaved in an indecent manner in carrying out the sexual act, which involved a rocking horse and a branch from a nearby tree, which had been inserted into himself. The teenager was found guilty at the trial and will be sentenced next month. He'll be sentenced for one count of criminal damage to property valued under £5,000. I wonder what damage was done to the property. I'm wondering if that is the damage to the branch.
You could have scratched it.
Scratched the rocking horse.
Yeah.
But there is a picture of him, and I just kind of think, how's he ever going to recover from that? That's basically his life now.
That's going to be tricky.
If he ever goes for a job, they're going to go Callum Green, Hartlepool.
The rocking horse.
Oh,
bomber.
rocking. Yeah.
Well, they say no such thing as bad PR, but I think that might be one of them. I think Prince Andrew would argue with that statement too.
Andrew Windsor.
Mr.
Windsor.
Would find. I just find it so funny because I've got a mate with that same name. He's not going to find that funny at all.
Of course it is, yes. Yeah, I just realised.
I mean, there's no point in naming him.
No,
his name's right there.
Yeah. So I just never knew him as Andrew.
I see. Yeah. Well, don't. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Chainsaw wielding thieves dropped priceless crown outside the Louvre in bizarre scooter getaway.
Oh,
Did you hear about that? Here's a picture of the latest high-tech security system at the Louvre. Hopefully someone can see that. I don't know.
I heard that
it is a what's it? in a bolt.
So yes, this is obviously about the story of.
A lot of people think it was Macron that did it.
Well, actually, I've heard it's Liz Truss. It was her first. It was her first day in charge of security at the Louvre.
And that's what it was. Her, was it?
It's a joke.
Oh right. Well, she is a lettuce, isn't she?
But yeah, didn't somebody left a ladder up? Did you know? Somebody left a ladder up, and while the ladder was up, some criminals went up and took some crown jewels.
There's actually a video now. They just take a little battery grinder, nip off what looked like the kind of thing you might find if you've seen W.H. Smith holding in the Parker pens.
Yeah.
And run off with millions of pounds worth of thing.
Yeah.
But it also turns out that recently they have just had a new, very left, woke activist woman was appointed chief of security at the Louvre.
That's definitely not Liz Truss.
No. But it turns out that, maybe that wasn't so smart. One of those things related, who knows? But we do know that kids on e-scooters chawed a load of stuff that they shouldn't really been able to. From a place they shouldn't have been able to get in.
I wonder if it'll ever be found.
Did they buy a ticket? At least they haven't even got that €10 or whatever.
Maybe they did buy a ticket. Maybe they can be traced with the national identity card.
That's why they're there.
Yeah.
The starmer can find it if somebody does that here.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to nick in England. It's fucking ruined.
I remain concerned about this budget that's coming in
How long have we been going, by the way?
Don't know. Probably close to half an hour, I reckon. But I remain quite worried about this upcoming
But
budget.
this next budget is just going to shit on everyone and we're all fucked.
I think that certain people are going to be shat on from a much greater height and with much more ferocity. You mark my words.
But also, there's now talk that Starmer's got a couple of months left to sort out, at best, I reckon, because his party's fallen apart because he's done a load of stupid things and it's completely pointless and idiotic. None of it works anymore. So he might be out anyway.
But he's still got 3.5 years left to turn it around. I think they'll wait.
Yeah, but if he's got no party, his party's fallen. He's been given 2 months by someone to sort out his party because he's fallen apart. So he hasn't got a party.
I think I wouldn't be surprised to him go middle of next year, but I don't think
that budget might do it.
Well,
I mean, basically, people voted Labour in not because there was anything good about them.
They just wanted
fed up with
Conservatives. Boris and
just like every other time, we found out that we were better off. But we've done too little to save a sinking ship. We just keep taking money off us isn't going to fix anything.
No.
And they're giving billions of it away anyway. There's a 22 billion black hole. We've got to fix it. Oh, have we? All right. Well, let's all chuck a few quid in. Actually, we'll give another 22 billion to fuck knows who, in fuck knows what country, for fuck knows why. Well, it's okay to give aid, yeah, but if you ask me if I could lend you a tenner, for example, if I have a tenner, I will. But I'm not going to go, yes, I'll go in my overdraft for a tenner so you don't have to.
Right.
That'd be stupid. And if I did, you go, that's a dick move, I'll use mine.
I mean, they're apparently...
That is fucking idiotic.
They are apparently... They have reined... Well, there was talk of it being reined back in and they'd cut the...
No, I read how much they sent to Israel or Hamas or whatever one of them it is.
I doubt they sent it to Hamas.
Fucking billions.
I'm pretty sure they didn't intend to Hamas.
It goes to them anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Billions, right? To a country that's rich, it's got all its own, it's got more millions of gas, everything else.
Yeah.
The war there is about the gas anyway. It doesn't need anyone else's money, but we're giving it money we don't have. And now we have to pay more, what we already can't afford anyway. There's nothing left here. No wonder people are going. And this guy is going too, right? Everest today, the latest, according to National Geographic, Jim Morrison has skied all the way down from the top of Mount Everest through the north face to the central Rongbuk Glacier. He went down the route called the Super Collier. First through Hornblue on the upper wall, and then the Japanese below. I can't pronounce those words.
No,
right.
I gather.
And no one has ever done this before.
Okay.
So Bob says, I am the Lizard King. I can ski anything.
Did he actually say
No, I don't know.
That'd be great. That'd be great if he said that. It's his first interview. I'm out of stuff, by the way.
You're out of stuff?
Yeah.
I think I am, actually, but let me just check. I might have forgotten something. I think I am all useful things. So that wasn't all that funny, but there's a lot of informative things.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
So basically, it turns out the country isn't funny, it's fucked.
I don't know. I think we can still find the funny side of it.
Yeah, we can.
Well, we try.
We do.
So.
No.
till next week.
Thank you very much for watching. If you did, please fuck off. Do you reckon the buttons worked?
No, not at all. It's still
I
recording.
reckon it worked.
No, it's recording.
Yeah, it's recording. It's still not working.